Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Etihad Arena here in Abu Dhabi, UAE. Introducing first the challenger. He fights out of the red corner. There's the white trunks with the black and silver trim. He scales 79.2 kilos. This southpaw boasts a perfect professional record. 44 victories, no defeats, 30 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the undefeated WBA #1 ranked contender and the former WBO super middleweight champion of the world, representando de Perla del Pacífico, Mazatlán, Sinaloa, México, la nueva sensación de boxeo, Gilberto Zurdo. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He is the undefeated defending world champion. He wears navy with white trim. He scaled at already 79.25 kilos. His professional record, also a perfect one. 20 fights, 20 victories, 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he makes his 9th defense of his world title. Here is the skill, the prominent, the reigning, the defending, the undefeated WBA World Heavyweight Champion of the World, Dimitry Bivol.
Okay, guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. They're having a clean match, okay? Good luck, God bless you. Seguir la instrucción en el camerino. Vamos a una pelea limpia, ganar mejor. Suerte, Dios los bendiga.
Despite the level of competition, 44-0 as a professional boxer is almost unheard of. Ramirez simply does not know how to lose. Bivol was too big for Canelo. Will Ramirez be too big for Bivol? As for Dimitry, with a win tonight, he likely locks up the Fighter of the Year award and moves up the pound-for-pound list. A combined 64-0. Here we go from Abu Dhabi. The champ Bivol in the black, Zurdo Ramirez in the white, green, and red. Ramirez obviously much bigger than Bivol. But he is slower, Barry.
No, yeah, he's a lot slower, but it's all about the timing here with Bivol. That was a good little, he didn't land clean with it, but a good little left uppercut there to the body from Ramirez. The fact that he can get close so early, that's a good sign for him.
Who needs to start faster, Chris?
I think Ramirez needs to start faster. He needs to establish the pace of this fight. He's got to find a way to back Dimitry Bivol up and unleash those combinations if and when he gets him against the ropes. I mean, Barry, we talk about the weight of Ramirez. He is absolutely huge in the ring right now.
How he made 12 stone, it seems impossible. He's an absolute giant.
And we will see that tonight when a southpaw fights an orthodox fighter. That front foot will get tangled up.
You know, for all the talk about Dimitry Bivol needing to move in the ring, and he does, and that's part of the game plan, he's not going to cede the center of the ring. When he fought Joe Smith a few years ago, Joe Smith backed him up pretty early on, but by the second round, Dimitry Bivol was in the middle of the ring, dictated the pace of the fight just like that.
Nice straight right hand from Bivol.
And that's a good shot. You've seen that in the past, haven't you? That's a solid right hand that he throws. It's a single shot, it's effective.
Will this be Bivol's toughest test? Zurdo has wanted this fight for so long. He sees something in Bivol that he thinks he can exploit.
was an occasional little opener, but I still think that Ramirez got to throw more like that in combinations.
Barry, I heard you talking in an interview earlier this week that with Bivol's high guard, that gives Ramirez more body access to land those big body blows.
Yeah, and he throws that long left hand, didn't he, there? That wasn't effective there, he fell over the front foot, but he throws that long left hand from range and hits the body, and that's a good shot for him.
Nice right, stiff jab.
Lovely fast hands there from Bivol. Both waiting for the other one to make a mistake, aren't they?
Bivol with a nice crisp right hand. And they bump chests on the way to the ring.
Pushing the shoulder at the end there, just to show they both mean business.
Chris, is that round going to reflect what we're going to see the next 11?
No, I think both these guys are going to open up as the fight progresses. That's just who they are. Bivol throws punches in combinations. Ramirez, a pressure fighter, volume puncher. I think this fight's going to get a lot more active.
Bivol's so good defensively.
And he'll wait, Bivol. I feel he'll make Ramirez the one to commit.
You can see Zurdo trying to be on his toes a little bit more here.
Todd, you talked about the defense of Dimitry Bivol. The numbers back that up. His opponents land less than 6 punches per round. That's second among all fighters, and his opponents land less than 5 power punches per round. That's the best of all fighters.
It's interesting, though, he doesn't really fight in a defensive style like Floyd Mayweather, who's always using that shoulder roll. I mean, Bivol's on the front foot here.
But he's on the balls of his feet, so he's sliding out of distance quite comfortable, and the hands are always high.
He's got great footwork, and he catches punches really well.
There's a 3 straight punch combination there for Ramirez, and he'll land. If he brings the feet with the punches, he'll land. Forget about the hook for now. Just try and push Bivol back with that.
Ramirez has knocked out every opponent he's faced in the light heavyweight division. 5-0, 5 KOs, and that exit left hand scores.
Good body shot there as well.
Left scores for Zurdo.
Decent little round here, isn't he, Ramirez?
Well, Bivol's team seemed to think that Ramirez will fade in the late rounds. He's just too big and can't keep up with the same cardio level that Bivol has.
Well, I think that's a reasonable expectation. I am a little bit surprised to see Bivol advancing as much as he is this early in the fight.
Only because I guess we all thought that Ramirez was going to be the one really trying to push forward, because we thought he had to start fast. But I think it's been a good round so far for the Mexican.
Interesting words from Julian Chua in the corner of Gilberto Ramirez. He said Dimitry Bivol cannot adjust. He's adjusted a lot over the course of his career against some pretty good opponents. We'll see if that's the case.
But I do think Bivol needs to get the... He don't exactly bounce in out of distance, but he needs to get that in and out movement there, just so Ramirez can't time. Could have got long levers from Ramirez, who just can't time the distance. Force him to throw over that front foot, commit over it.
Zurdo's nickname comes from Zurdo de Oro, which translates in Spanish to the Golden Southpaw.
Lovely 1-2 there from Bivol.
Very boisterous crowd here in Abu Dhabi. They have come to life for our main event.
Good shot. Again, just adjustment with the feet, little step out there. When Ramirez falls short, he comes back with a lovely right hand.
Now this is kind of where Ramirez wants to be, close to the ropes. He's got to back Bivol up a little bit more to get him there.
Yeah, Bivol's not taking a step back.
But it's a three-punch combination for Ramirez. It's a right, left, right, and then you take the right foot on the outside, and when you get him on the ropes, you go around the side.
Straight left. Seemed to split the guard there at Bivol. Good round here so far for Zurdo, but we've seen Bivol close strong.
To be fair, he's trying to put pressure on people, trying to force Ramirez to throw, and Ramirez is not taking the bait.
Good body shot from Ramirez right there at the end.
Yeah, good round for the Mexican. Unbeaten opponent Bivol has ever faced. Felix Valera in 2016 was the other. Not a lot of activity in that last round for Bivol, Barry.
No, I think he's struggling with the reach of Ramirez. He's got the foot in the place, the foot in the right place here, Bivol, and he wants to force you to throw a shot. And he takes a little step back, but I just think Ramirez has got such long levers, such long reach, that half a step back is just not quite comfortable with the distance.
Yeah, they do have a lot of respect for Ramirez's power in Bivol's camp, so they're not going to come in recklessly.
Good strike, and that may have rattled Zurdo a little bit. He's backed against the ropes. And a nice combination to come back for Ramirez.
It's a good response, Barry, but that's a lot of what we see with Bivol, catching those punches. Landed right on the arms, he's kept him up.
It's just a little injection of pace, wasn't it, all of a sudden from Bivol? Again, when Ramirez comes over that front foot, he looks at the floor, you can't see what's coming back.
Very different version of Ramirez we're seeing in this fight than the previous 5 fights, which is what happens when the caliber of competition jumps up the way it has.
Well, he knows he's going to pay for every mistake he makes, and that's good research for him in his camp, of course. But right hand again there from Bivol.
Are you surprised that Bivol's pushing Zurdo so much in these early rounds?
I am, only because I thought Zurdo would make a real conscious effort to really try and fire forward. He's been controlled, actually. There's been a decent display, I thought, from Zurdo. There's been a thoughtful display, but I thought he would be really piling forward, trying to target that body and make Bivol feel the power early.
Keep the face going.
Yeah,
You're right about the absence of body shots from Ramirez. I mean, almost 36% of his punches are body shots. We haven't seen a lot of them here tonight.
Good left hand there, though, from Ramirez.
You can see the speed from Bivol. It's just a level up from Ramirez. Round 5, we're scheduled for 12. Chris Mannix is scoring this ringside. Chris, how do you have it?
I've got a dead even through 4, 2 rounds apiece, Dimitry Bivol and Zurdo Ramirez. It's been a more cagey fight than I expected. Neither one of these guys really wants to open up. I thought that last round, Bivol landed a few good combinations that picked up the round for him, but Zurdo very much in this fight as we get that third of the way through. Good short left hand by Dimitry Bivol.
What was good about it, see the front foot, how he stepped over the right foot there of Ramirez before he let his hands go.
Nice uppercut response too by Zurdo.
Yeah, he's trying to go forward a little bit more in this round, it seems like.
His corner told him over that last round, smart aggression going into the 5th.
Bivol does not want to be against the ropes, that we know.
It's funny because one round you saw clearly lose, and you revert back to Mexican style straight away. You know, that's how I'm going to push you forward. I'm going to push you back now.
You just figure if past this prologue that a Zurdo Ramirez fight is going to break out into a real fight. His 2 biggest fights against Jesse Hart, they broke out into firefights. Uneski Gonzalez, who we fought a few fights ago, that turned out to be a firefight. At some point, Zurdo just decides to let his hands go.
There's that good solid defense from Bivol. A nice counter punching. Oh boy! 2 or 3 big heavy punches for Bivol.
Look at the discipline. He knows he's in with a big puncher. He didn't overplay his hand. Once he thought Ramirez could fire back, he just went back into defensive mode, hands high.
We saw against Canelo, though, Bivol at the beginning of the fight would land a 2 or 3 punch combination, and the longer the fight went, the more the combinations get. We were getting 4 and 5 and 6 punch combinations.
He sort of tests the waters, doesn't he?
Yep.
See how you react to what I'm going to do.
He's in the shallow end right now.
Yeah.
Still not a lot of body work from Ramirez in this fight. That's arguably his best weapon, and he's not using it.
And now Bivol on the front foot. He's measuring Zurdo. Good round for Bivol.
Good shot there from Ramirez. See, he's bending his legs.
He's still a little gun shy, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's bending his legs. You can see the body. He should be tagged in that with a straight left hand. Just not.
If you're wondering when Bivol last got a knockout, it's been a while. He beat Sullivan Barrera in March 2018. So entering this fight, he boxed 96 rounds without a KO. 20-0 with 11 knockouts is Bivol. 44-0 with 30 KOs is Gilberto Ramirez. Barry, what strategy switch perhaps should Ramirez change here after that last round? Bivol really took over.
Well, he bends his legs, so he must see that gap underneath the elbows. I think you don't want to throw that left hand because he's afraid that he's going to be exposed for that right hand of Bivol. But if he bends the legs, he can turn from the waist. He's a harder target to hit. And the foot positions are wrong. His foot's inside the guard here of Bivol, for the most part, and that means he just can't get the advantage of the jab over the top of the lead there of Bivol.
Conventional wisdom says that if Bivol wins this fight, he'll take the rematch with Canelo and make a boatload of money, but this week Bivol said that's not important to me. Money is good, but legacy is better. He wants to unify against Artur Beterbiev, who's an absolute beast.
What a fight that would be.
All of his wins have come by knockout. Bivol has one of the belts in this division. Beterbiev has the other 3. Right hand for Bivol scores.
He's found his range now, hasn't he? And Ramirez needs to do something here.
Canelo's strategy was just to pound the arms. Zurdo being much more selective.
Again, I got to go back to that, straight shots, three of them, pushing back, keep them nice and long, don't come over the front foot.
I don't mean to be repetitive, but we've seen Gilberto Ramirez have success in fights by going to the body. He's not going to the body in this fight. Everything is a headshot to Dimitry Bivol.
But if he can back, you got to back him up, haven't you? I think that's the thing. If he can back him into the ropes, then he can do what he does so well: take that foot on the outside and spin around the target. Slide out with the feet there just to get the range.
There was a body shot on the inside from Zurdo. Local time here in Abu Dhabi. Round 7 scheduled for 12. This is for the WBA World Light Heavyweight title. Let's look at Chris Mannix's scorecard through 6 rounds.
I've got it 4 rounds to 2 in favor of Dimitry Bivol. I thought he was excellent in the last couple of rounds. More accurate puncher. His defense has gotten sharper as this fight goes on. And as I said, this style of fight is perfect for Dimitry Bivol. If he's not getting backed up against the ropes by Gilberto Ramirez, if he's doing the backing up, he's going to win these rounds.
See how he steps back? He uses the back foot and just slides the front foot, so he doesn't go too far with the first step, Bivol. So you can counter, and if you come forward again, he takes a bigger step with the back foot, and he's out the range. And it took him a few rounds, didn't it, just to get the grips of the long reach there of Ramirez, but now he has it. Ramirez got to become a volume puncher, like he is.
Really haven't seen Zurdo, maybe on 1 or 2 occasions, just sit down and throw a big 2 or 3 punch combination. Bivol's done it several times.
But as you said, sit down, he sat down and he didn't see the gap underneath the elbows for that long left hand, which is a shot that's worked for him. A shot, I think that was a shot that dropped Pereira, wasn't it?
What do you think the game plan is right now for Zurdo, Chris?
You hear in his corner, got to apply more pressure, got to do more. But we're not seeing it so far.
The thing is, every time he makes a move, oh, good shot, good left hook there from Bivol.
Yeah, Bivol stepping on the pressure. Let's see if Zurdo, this is the fight Zurdo wants. He should embrace these moments. Don't let him out of the corner.
That was a great counter shot by Dimitry Bivol. Hit Zurdo Ramirez and then spun out to get back to the middle of the ring.
He is a master technician.
Great footwork too, Barry.
Yeah,
he's got a great stance and he's got quick reflexes too. He's able to bounce out to either avoid the shot completely or minimize it by only making glancing.
He's always in the center of his stance, so his balance is always good. He can throw from anywhere, he can move back further if he needs to. Yeah, now he's found the range and the rhythm. It's Ramirez got it's volume and pressure. When you're the guy who's technically better than you have to make him rush their work.
In and out goes Bivol. His rounds are slipping away from Gilberto Ramirez. We're in the 8th round, scheduled for 12. pressing Zurdo. He's got his back against the ropes.
But look, when Bivol sees a gap, look how quick his feet move. Left and right and forward. He quickens his feet up so fast. He went to the body, Chris.
I've been waiting for him.
And again. But there's single shots. Again, I keep saying, even the guy technically better, it's volume that you need.
Zurdo just not fast enough to keep up with Bivol. There's a good one. At some point, Ramirez has got to roll the dice.
Yeah, and it's easy for us to say he's sat here, can win on the one walking on the shots, but ultimately, if you're going to win the fight at some point, he's going to have to commit himself. He's trying something new there. That was a little move around the target.
And you know, when you're 44-0, you've never really been in this position before, Barry. You know, you don't really perhaps know exactly what to do because you never had to do it.
No, of course, but these are the fights you want. This is what defines you, defines your career.
And you rarely see Gilberto Ramirez backed up like this.
Bivol starting to tee off. Zurdo blocking some of these.
He had him where he wanted him, but he needed to move. He needed to take a step over to the side. It's better.
Where's the Mexican style? Where is Ramirez trying to push Bivol back, letting his hands go, being the bully? He's the bigger man, but what you wouldn't know it by what Bivol is doing right now. He's the one on the front foot. He's throwing and landing more punches.
Well, everyone says about dictating the pace, and that's important. But when you dictate the distance, that's when you own the fight, and that's what Bivol does. He's the guy with the shorter reach. He can somehow, or he can always hit you, but he's always out of distance to fight when you fire back.
Chris, are you getting the sense from Zurdo or his corner that they realize they're down several rounds at this point?
I think they have to realize that they're down in the fight. I think their concern right now is more the pace of the fight and how the fight is being fought. They see what's happening out there with Bivol moving forward and Ramirez not throwing the kind of combination punches that we're used to seeing him throw.
He's getting into range there, isn't he, Ramirez? But he's not letting his hands go. He just don't feel comfortable. He's there. You're there now.
Like right now. Go for it. Even now, he's not really sitting down on these punches.
He's stepping back here. What he needs to do is throw the shot and then do that, what he did there, take the step to the side. It's a good right hook though, but look at the response there from Bivol.
Bivol so confident, inside, outside, against the ropes, doesn't seem to faze him. And now Bivol's coming forward. He's giving us the Mexican style.
Punching right hands there, wasn't there, from Bivol? Flush on the target.
You're watching a master at work. The unbeaten light heavyweight champion of the world, Dimitry Bivol.
Great chin from Ramirez, though. He took some of those flush.
Barry, it speaks volumes when the nicest thing you could say about Zurdo Ramirez in that round was he took all those punches pretty well. He's got to start doing the punching. At this point, he needs at least a knockdown, if not a knockout, as we look at Chris Mannix's scorecard.
Yeah, 88-83 in favor of Dimitry Bivol. Ramirez has had his moments in the last couple of rounds, but they have been far outweighed by the positive moments of Dimitry Bivol, who is in complete control of this fight. His defense has been excellent. His combination punching has been clean. He's been really, really good throughout the course of this fight, Barry.
You know, he says he wants Artur Beterbiev next. How do you think he fares after watching what he's doing here tonight?
I think it's a terrific fight. I don't think it will be next. Artur Beterbiev is lined up to face Anthony Yarde in the first quarter. We'll see another stinging combination from Dimitry Bivol. So a unification fight with Beterbiev is going to have to wait until at least the second half of the year.
I wonder what Canelo Alvarez is thinking right now, watching his fellow Mexican at this point being relatively handled with ease by Bivol. Are we sure Canelo wants Bivol again?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt Canelo Alvarez wants Bivol.
He's done some good shots here, Ramirez, to be fair. And a lovely right hook just a second ago.
Ramirez needs something dramatic. And it's hard to do when you're facing the best defensive fighter on the planet.
What Bivol does as well, he sort of rocks back a little bit onto the back foot. So when you advance forward and you think you're in range, and he'll just lean back a little bit, but he's still in the centre of his stance. Sort of illusion, I think. And then you don't feel comfortable that you're going to hit. Oh, good shot.
Nice sneaky uppercut there by Ramirez. Pretty good round here by Ramirez. Probably his best round since the early rounds of the fight.
Yeah, Bivol's been really quiet, hasn't he? Good left hook.
Yeah, great left hook to the body. Bivol felt that one.
Quiet round for Bivol. A little fist pump from Ramirez. We have entered the championship round. Zurdo's got some work to do if he wants to win the light heavyweight championship. He had a better round 10. But if we go off Chris Mannix's scorecard, winning rounds is not enough at this stage.
But it might give him the confidence now to push forward a little bit more. He had success when he let his hands go.
There's a body shot from Zurdo.
Yeah, he's really ratcheted up the body attack the last couple of rounds. And you can hear, every time he lands one, you can hear his corner cheering for it. They want those types of punches from Ramirez.
But as you were calling for, he needed to invest in those from round one, didn't he, really? Good shot. Is that signature lead right uppercut there from Ramirez?
Ramirez taking more chances, as he should. Good counter right from Bivol.
What a beautiful move that one. Little turn of the shoulder there from Bivol. Heads.
Minute 30 to go here in round 11. Another body shot from Zurdo. Bivol fighting back.
See, right there, Zurdo had Bivol positioned in the corner, didn't let his hands go. Bivol was allowed to spin out and landed a combination of his own.
Being more aggressive now is Zurdo. Probably needed to try this about 4 rounds ago.
We've got to keep those feet moving when he is coming forward, because then allowing Bivol, when he holds his feet, allowing Bivol to rattle off in response. Good right hand there from Bivol. It might not be all or nothing, but he's making an effort to close the gap, isn't he, Ramirez?
Round left. This is chasing immortality according to his corner, but the reality is Bivol has dominated long stretches of this fight. Zurdo needs a knockout here in the 12th round. Let everything go, they told him. He's got 30 career knockouts. He's got the power to do it, but can he land it?
And that was always the issue, wasn't it? About he's got the power and the tools, but can he get in the position to let the punch go? Against the guy in Bivol who's constantly changing, adjusting his feet, changing the distance, changing the range. He's hard to read.
Good right hand for Bivol. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
That was another opportunity for Ramirez to pin Bivol into that corner. Instead, he was on the receiving end of a tough combination.
What's happening? When he's fighting forward, he's getting clipped with good left hooks, good right hands, and now he's aware of that. He's almost anticipating it before it happens.
90 seconds left. Is Bivol looking for the knockout? He might get in here in the 12th. He's unloading. But Zurdo wants Bivol to exchange with him. He'll get some openings.
That was just a great pocket of work there from Bivol. Really was from Bivol, just so good. So accurate with his work.
Right here, this is where Ramirez has to dig. Got to keep pushing Bivol back.
Aiming for that big shot now, Ramirez. Looking for it.
Dimitry Bivol, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world.
For me, I thought that was a fantastic display. Ramirez, in the end, he committed himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here in Abu Dhabi, we go to the judges' scorecards. Jean-Robert Lane, 118-110. Stanley Christodoulou and Pavel Cardini both scored the bout 117-111. All three for your winner by unanimous decision. He's still undefeated and still